Hi guys, this is Meteor. I'm a cosplayer as well as variety game streamer from Malaysia. And this time round, I got the invitation to participate in the second closed beta test for this cross-platform MMORPG game called Tarisland. And I was thinking, since I've been grinding the game starting 16th of November up until now and I got the honor to play the game before everyone else does, why don't I do a quick review, quick impression video? Why not, right? Why is stopping me, right? So yeah, this is my first time doing video like this. I hope you guys enjoy. But for now, let's see what I have to say regarding the game Tarisland. Okay, so before we go into the gameplay review, I also want to take the opportunity to mention that if you are interested to play Tarisland, you could get more updates and info from their official channel like YouTube, Discord, Twitter, Facebook, and their website of course. And to talk about their website, I also gonna show you guys like a quick look over their website. And right away, for me as a newly joined player, I can see that what is going on, what is the latest update, as well as like developers note. And we can see that there is schedule showcasing like what is locked and will be unlocked on each day of the week. And it also seems that recently they released a new character class called the Phantom Necromancer. Well, based on the design of the character, it doesn't seem as scary as her title is, but let us find out by actually selecting her for our Tarisland gameplay. Going right into the game, we have here the character selection menu. Unfortunately, the characters so far are gender locked in each race. Not sure if this will be changed when the full game is released, but for now, judging with what we have, I would say that the characters are more on the generic looking side. But not to say that it's bad looking though, because the overall graphic and animated finishing does look decent so far. After we pick what we came for, let's go into customization. The game didn't give us like crazy options to change out the overall look, but hey, we're gonna do what we have to do to still stand out. And by that, I basically means just turning my character into Storm from X-Men with some, tribal looking face tattoo. Anyway, based on what I have read online, there's two different class skills for Phantom Necros to pick. One being the Soul Healing specialization and the other one being the Soul Snatch. So at the start of the game, we can see that it started with the Soul Snatch specialization, and basically the games will throw you right into the battle at the start and teach you how to control your character and fight right away. I love efficiency like this. And for the Soul Snatch specialization, it's basically like strong magic damage dealing from a distance with a small hint of healing in certain skill. And I actually do recommend using this specialization set throughout your main story gameplay because it will help push through the fights and maps so much faster. Plus, it has a variety of ultimate skills such as like move speed boost, HP recovery, knockback and more, which these skills when they've been combined together, it could help the players to adapt to different battleground situations and to secure victory. As for the Soul Healing specialization, it will only be unlocked after some progress in the story. But personally, I would love to swap into this specialization set during the dungeon raid and fighting the big boss with the other players because, someone needs to babysit the team from dying left and right with some good healing. And I had always preferred to be the healer mama to take care of my carries from the backline. I'm also not young anymore, so I don't dare to stress my heart too much by fighting so up close with the enemies. It will just like make me so nervous, man. So just let me stay in the backline, please. But yeah, although you do have like skills such as like Soul Herb that not only heal your teammate but also can be used to attack the enemy too, but it will be a very slow kill and a long battle since, like I say, most skills in the Soul Healing set will be used to mainly just to heal. And besides, when you're doing dungeon raids, I still recommend you to set your specialization skill to Soul Snatch for the convenience of progressing the main story. I really like the vast world design. You can always just like run around right on your mount to go explore, hunting for hidden treasure and collectibles, or just go and enjoy the beautiful scenery. And to go with that, the game actually gave you camera function to also record the beautiful scenic views in your preferred setting. Not to mention, they allow UI customization, so you can arrange where you want to see your HP bar, your chat, the skills bar, the item bar, and so. And I mean, everyone got their own habits and preference, so it's great that we could make things work our way, meet at our eyes, and it just makes the whole gaming experience a smoother, better one. Leveling up the character in Tarisland is not hard at all. Just do main story progression, do side quests, be the friendly neighbor, help out the NPC, do their chores, and you'll get levels as rewards. But what I find it a bit harder to level up though is actually the gear score. So as you progress through the story and unlocking more elite dungeons and raids for you to join in, you also notice that for a certain raid, you need to hit a certain level and amount of gear score before you can join it. So, for example, at level 24, I already unlocked Aslor raid, which I was so looking forward to participate in. Guess what? I couldn't join because I was stuck at around 40 plus gear score at that point, where their requirement, to join is actually at 53. So instead, what I have to do is to grind on the lower difficulty rates with others, hoping that the boss would drop better loots when we beat it, or, to save up the currency to trade for better gear. But this is also where it gets a bit tricky. Now, what I mean by that is that sometimes when you join another party or you match up with strangers, the fellas might not be cooperating with the team to fight the boss, which resulted in the team being wiped out and you are not getting anything. It's just super annoying because you kinda just wasted time and effort for the stage. So hopefully some better systems such as maybe reporting or bracketing similar levels players can be implemented for us players to avoid the bad apples and to get matched up with better or similar reputation ranked players. Despite the occasional hiccup, I would still say that, teaming up with other players to raid the dungeon has to be my favorite part of the whole Tarisland gameplay experience. Because it just gave me a sense of achievement to see our team perform well and to know that you contribute to a successful raid. And the cross-selling point of MMORPG is always the community and its player. So it's really nice seeing other players were there side by side with you, carrying out their gameplay as well. And somehow, it just makes the whole game feel so much more lively and interactive, and therefore wholesome. And since we are talking about raids earlier, we must of course mention the newly released Aslor raid. After some grinding to level out my gear score, I finally managed to join the Battle of Ankach, and it's a lightweight 10 players raid fight with the boss named Aslor the Shadow Witch. And at the beginning of the fight, the players will have to withstand waves of attacks from the Aslor army to ensure your survival. And towards the end, Aslor herself would personally step onto the front line for the final showdown. During the battle, Aslor will continuously diminish the combat abilities of the players, the adventurers through manipulating souls and casting curse. Also, she will summon the power of Abyss to tear apart the earth when she's in a disadvantage. So you have to stay put, and of course, nothing an excellent and coordinated teamwork can solve. But of course, it's not only about teamwork in this game. There's plenty of PvP objective challenge too for the players to join in. So for all our competitive brothers and sisters, Tarisland got you covered too, because they have PvP map. Well, unfortunately, the PvP map is only open at certain timing of the day, and I can be quite busy with work sometimes, so unfortunately I don't have as many chances to join in the PvP matches. But when I do join, I had my fun, but I still think it wasn't really for me, cause I personally just have a more laid-back kind of personality, so I prefer to just lend my strength and service into the dungeon raids. Plus, by doing that, I could gain better gear and save out in-game currency reward to trade for better equipment, and so despite the linear gameplay, the game did really good by adding in various fun minigames and puzzles for the players to participate in. For me, I personally hope that there is more of this like reputation quests and mini games for us to check out, because the game doesn't reward you with leveling up from fighting the mob. So at least, when you have all these like side quests and mini games, it just kept you entertained. It gives you something to grind on for more rewards. And legit, some of the mini game, the stages was actually quite hard though, but it was super fun. And I like some good challenge, or it might give me some high blood pressure at times, but at the end of the day, I always live with the sense of achievement. Now, some more praise that I want to give to Tarisland is how there is a guide for each dungeon raid from the start till the very end. Of course, it's more fun figuring things out on your own, but hey, sometimes if you ever get stuck in the stage, you could always just refer to the guide and tips for the full rundown to plan your approach better. And the mechanic in the game was always laid out in a way that it ensured you know where you need to go and what you needed to do. And the dungeon stage design does look cool, and the boss looks great. So I think if you're the dungeon player, you definitely would enjoy the grind in Tarisland. Then for the characters part, I would say that the voice acting was actually decent, but you also see for the latest chapter is still not fully voiceover, and oftentimes you also see that whatever the voice actors say and whatever script been showcased on the screen is it doesn't match. Well, I mean, I was made aware that our Tarisland is originally a Chinese game, so they are going through localization and translation and all those things. So, maybe, or those things they are still trying to sort it out. But overall, it doesn't really affect my experience. So, conclusion. I would say that, for Tarisland, it's all about returning back to basic, showing beauty in simplicity, as well as embracing the classic MMORPG gameplay style. And if you are a gamer or have MMO experience, you will catch up to the whole game mechanics in Tarisland fairly easily. Not to mention, as someone with ADHD, I appreciate how there's a limited set of battle commands abilities to engage in, which helps smoothen out the whole battle experience for me, because I would have gotten way distracted and lose the battles if I have to press or I don't know, 700, 3,900, 1 million buttons just to carry out that one successful combo. Yet, there still lies complexity in other systems such as the talent tree, where you can customize active or passive skill based on your playstyle or stage requirement. Not to mention, you can easily reset the skill tree without penalty or price. So yeah, with lesser ability buttons to press, you could be looking up in the screen, being in the moment, assisting your teammates, position yourself to fight the boss and so, and this is what makes the whole gameplay and experience great for me. Now, based on the game plot so far, I would wish that it's more engaging, because everything was just rather linear and predictable so far. Thank goodness, Tarisland had its beautiful world design, the fun instant content and dungeon raids that make things work for me. And I sincerely also think that the instant content and all these factors are the main selling point of this game. Now, being a working adult with very limited time to game each day, I really appreciate when game give you convenience and for how simple the gameplay concept is for you to dive into. So in Tarisland, you can just grind dungeons and raids until you get better gears and you move on to the next dungeon stage. And the game definitely wasn't hard for you to get in, and even if you do stop playing for a while for whatever reason, you can just easily hop in and catch up again. So I totally recommend Tarisland to those who just want a chill game to explore in. Plus, one of the great convenient feature by Tarisland is that when you open up your world map, you see the quest that you could join in, and you just have to double click on it. It will just teleport you to the nearby waypoint, and you then just hop on your mount and make your way to the destination to carry out the task. And once again, from dungeon guides that they are providing to the convenient map markings and alert, Tarisland seems to be aiming to provide a casual fun space for everyone to hang out. Not to mention, you could just play Tarisland on both PC and mobile phone too. So it's truly a game that is accessible to everyone at any time. So after hearing my first impression and quick review on the game, Would you still like to go onto a journey to visit Tarisland? And if not, why not? Leave your answer in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up if you would like to support me. So yes, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy it and see you guys next time. Meteor signing out.